Sat there and I thought, they're mad. But actually, listening to it lots of times, thinking about it, mulling it over, this actually fits in with the regeneration of the east of the borough and Brentford in particular. It's different, it's innovative, there's something fresh, it's not square, boring, stupid, it's new. And that's what we need.
Is that we're very near to Kew Gardens. And it seems a long way away because you have to go around the South Circular Road and over Kew Bridge, which is one of the worst bridges in London as far as I can see. And we've come to the conclusion that what we need is another bridge from Brentford to Kew.
And it's really taken the imagination of a lot of people in Brentford, and it's become a real kind of community movement. The original ferry crossing from Brentford to Kew. So this is the Ferry Quays development over this side. And Ferry Lane comes down in a nice sort of straight line past the Waterman's Arms and ends up on this sort of peninsula thing, which was probably where the ferry docks originally. And go straight across the river and you end up at Brentford Gate. To the Port of London Authority, who are the navigation authority for the river, and they're okay with the idea. There's the kind of maritime industrial heritage of Brentford. So this, we think, can be expressed in some quite robust forms. At the same time, the bridge wants to be fairly low and fairly light because this is the Arcadian landscape of the Thames, Australian and so on. So I think it will have a kind of a natural feel to it.
So I was talking about initial setup costs of around about 150,000 to do the various work that's needed to do all the surveys, prepare for planning application and set up a community interest company to take this bridge forward. Design and build, we've got engineers working on it, suggesting the price would be around about 7.5 million. And we're also aware that bridges require ongoing maintenance, so our thought process is to have a maintenance fund of about 2.5 million. So overall the total cost is about 10 million. Cost benefits, we've using the nomenclature they used for the Rotherhithe to Canary Wharf. We've got the figures, used that to give recreational leisure benefits, health benefits, and some transport benefits. Culture and tourism, that's based on a 1% increase in visitors going to Kew Gardens and an extra 1,000 people going to things like Sion House and so on and so forth. It starts to add up to quite substantial sums of money per annum for the local economy. Commercial activity, that's from hotels, people spending money, people going on tent parks. So we're looking at, we think, a fairly conservative figure of about 50,000 people crossing the bridge per annum. That's quite a low number compared to 1.6 million people going to Kew Gardens, for example, and the thousands of people that use the Thames Park. Also included in that commercial activity is an increase in land value, which is hence my question to the developers and so on. It'll add value to their sites, and so therefore we will be looking to start to negotiate with them to get some payback for that. In order, they will get a windfall profit from a bridge. We should share in that, provide a facility for the locals of Brentford. Okay. We think that there'll be educational benefits. We've been in detailed discussions, I think it's fair to say, with Kew Gardens. They are very supportive of this project, so much so that they are looking to include in their master plan conservative estimate of just under £2 million per annum for the local economy. Timelines, where are we? How realistic is this? Well, we're at phase 1. We've set up an action group to try and take this forward, but hopefully you'll see that we've actually made some substantial progress already. The idea under phase 1 is just to speak to the local authority, speak to Kew Gardens, speak to residents, build support, make sure that there's no major opposition to the project, and also to go out to a public consultation so that we can build local support for this. Phase 2 is crowdfunding to raise the £150,000 getting to take this project forward. Once we've got money to raise the crowdfunding, we're space high to set up a funding council, and there are various other funds in charity. We take this forward, undertake all the various assessments, do the fancy drawings and so on, check for flooding and so on, but also then to submit the planning application and get planning approval. Then the CIC is set up to run the project to raise the additional £7.5 million. We anticipate that to take maybe a couple of years to raise the money. We're being reasonably Yeah, well, no, I think would be a reasonable assumption. There are all sorts of things like trusts and benefits and charities, lottery funding, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of places where we've been able to get some money to take it forward. And once you break it down, 10 million isn't that big a sum of money, right? We're looking. This is getting a bit more speculative, but construction in 2020, construction actually doesn't take very long to float the bridge down the river and erect it, whatever. And then from 2020 onwards, we have hopefully a new facility for the population and the use of the people of Brentford.
This actually fits in with the regeneration of the east of the borough and Brentford in particular. And it joins up the river, the two sides of the river, in a very informal but subtle and impressive way. The design of the bridge, whether it looks like that or something completely different, I think actually has great merit. And there are a number of businesses, large corporates on the EBF that are thinking, yeah, like this. And they're looking at their travel to work plans, particularly GSK and Sky, and how they can avoid being stuck in transit forever. And certainly the cycle routes at GSK that are thinking, yeah, this would work for us. So with the regeneration of what's happening in the Great West Road, with what's happening here in Brentford in particular, downtown Brentford, it makes sense.
Ballymore. We're not building this bridge to increase land values, but it will increase land values for them. In fact, the land values will increase for their properties is probably more than the cost of the bridge.
I mean, this is a community asset. It's a benefit to the people of Brentford. It's a benefit to the investment that's being made into Brentford, but also it adds value to destination Brentford.
Yeah.
If we're opening up the community space along the waterside, which Ballymore have said they're doing, which is what's happening, then this is just a natural extension too, surely.
And everyone we speak to, you just say, Brentford Bridge, hey, that's a good idea. Well, almost everyone.